Good morning, everyone. I'm Yew Wen from L6B, and today I'll be talking about carbon footprint. So nowadays, ice caps have melted, sea level has risen 70 meters, vast areas of lands are underwater, including capital cities like London, Tokyo, Beijing, and many other cities like Shanghai, New York, and Venice. Entire states and countries all are disappearing from the map. Hundreds and millions of people are on the move. Many of them being relocated, perhaps to a neighborhood near you. The mass extinction of plants and animal species are at a complete breakdown. But there is some good news. The good news is we can prevent this future. Climate catastrophe is not preordained. It is preventable if we adopt a low-carbon lifestyle. So today, I'll be introducing some ways to reduce your carbon footprint. The footprint actually breaks down into two categories. The first category is electricity, where each human on the earth uses 2 tons per person per year. We should always change our lighting to the LEDs. LEDs is one of the most energy efficient appliances, and many was expecting LED to cost more, but it actually didn't. It actually cost less. And the next category is transport. Instead of starting our journey using cars, we could actually shift it to buses, trains, and other public transports. Another thing we can do is to replace our oil-burning engine-based vehicle to a vehicle with a plug like hybrid electric vehicles. So now you might be thinking, isn't it as bad to be burning coals in power station as it is to be burning oils in vehicles? Well, 50 years ago, that may be true. But in the last few years, electrical grids have shifted hugely from burning coals towards burning natural gas. And natural gas is much cleaner, much less carbon intensive. And the final category is stuff. We should always reduce the amount of new things that we buy. We should embrace minimalism, which is buying things only when we need to. We could buy more things secondhand online. And so many of us have heard the mantra reduce, reuse, and recycle. So by buying more things secondhand online, we can actually reduce the amount of new things that we buy. We reuse more and increase the amount of recycling in this category. So in summary, we can achieve up to 80% of carbon footprint by adopting a low-carbon lifestyle. So what's next? I invite you to join me in living a low-carbon lifestyle. Take at least one action in that direction. Focus on the actions that you can do immediately. And together, we can prevent climate catastrophe. Thank you. Any question from the crowd? Okay, so as a student, there are many ways for us to reduce our carbon footprint. But at first, we need to know how much of carbon footprint we are actually spending. So we can go to several websites that allow us to calculate our carbon footprint by using a carbon footprint calculator. And we can make adjustments to our actions by learning the amount of carbon footprint that we actually spend. Besides that, we can actually volunteer in several programs and activities that involves environmental awareness, such as the SDG program that is held by our school for the last few weeks, and especially the ones which is Zero Hunger that is currently organizing at the canteen during our recess time. And besides that, we can actually go to Taman Tugu to actually volunteer ourselves in those planting activities and also enjoy the process through planting and learning more knowledge about climate change. Yeah, that's all from me.